Why does Taekwondo feel like three completely different martial arts depending on where you train? One looks like Olympic foot tag, one looks like military level power training, and one is a more structured martial arts system. And somehow, they're all Taekwondo. Before belts, dojangs, and tournaments, Korea already had a traditional form of martial arts, one of its biggest influences being Taekkyeon. Taekkyeon wasn't stiff or rigid, it was fluid, rhythmic, and heavily focused on kicks, footwork, and balance. Fighters used sweeping techniques, deceptive steps, and fast leg techniques. Sound familiar? That kicking culture didn't come out of nowhere. Then, there were the Hwarang Warriors during the Silla dynasty. They weren't just fighters, they were elite youth warriors trained from a young age in martial arts, discipline, loyalty, and moral code. Basically, Taekwondo's emphasis on respect, character, and discipline all traces back to the Hwarang Warriors. When Taekwondo was being formalized, different leaders had different visions. Some wanted a global Olympic sport, some wanted to preserve the traditions, others wanted a more structured environment that anyone could come and grow in. Instead of agreeing, they just split. That's how we ended up with WT aka World Taekwondo, ITF aka International Taekwondo Federation, and ATA, the American Taekwondo Association. Same roots, different philosophies. WT is what most people recognize. This is Olympic Taekwondo, which is fast, technical, and very strategic. WT emphasizes on speed, distance control, timing, and precision. Kicks score higher than punches, and electronic scoring means clean contact matters more than power. This style has produced some insane athletes, including CJ Nicholas, Steven Lopez, Jay Jones, and Heidi Sai. These fighters aren't just kicking randomly, they're reading the patterns, baiting reactions, and scoring in milliseconds. WT Taekwondo is about winning exchanges, not brute force. It may look light, but anyone who trained it knows how brutal the conditioning is. ITF Taekwondo was founded by General Choi Hyung-hee, one of the original architects of modern Taekwondo. This style is deeply rooted in tradition and military discipline. One of the most talked about concepts in ITF is the sine wave. Here's what it actually means. Instead of staying at one height, practitioners rise slightly and then drop their body weight into technique. That adds more power, better weight transfer, and stronger impact. Think of it like dropping your weight into a punch instead of just throwing your arm out. ITF focuses heavily on strong stances, full hip rotation, powerful punches, and detailed patterns called toes. There are also more hand techniques in sparring compared to WT. If WT is fast and tactical, ITF is controlled, powerful, and disciplined. It feels very like a traditional martial art for a reason. Now let's talk about ATA Taekwondo, because this one deserves more respect than it gets. ATA is especially big in the United States and is known for its highly structured system. ATA emphasizes on forms, consistency, leadership, and a clear belt progression. Everything is very organized. You always know what to expect at your level. ATA forms are unique to the organization and focuses on clean technique, balance, and strong basics. ATA also places a big emphasis on character development, confidence, respect, and responsibility. A lot of people start Taekwondo through ATA, including myself. And honestly, that matters. Some critiques call it commercial or McDojang, but ATA excels at introducing martial arts to kids and teens like myself in a way that includes long-term training. It builds discipline before it builds chaos. And for many students, ATA is what gives them the foundation to later cross-train or specialize in other martial arts. So which one is the real Taekwondo? All of them. WT is sports focused, ITF is tradition and power, and ATA is structure and leadership. They're not enemies, they're different expressions of the same art. Your style doesn't define your legitimacy, your training does. Taekwondo didn't come from one place or one idea. It came from history, culture, discipline, and evolution. Whether you train WT, ITF, or ATA, or something else entirely, you're still a part of that legacy. If you train Taekwondo, comment which style you're in, and if you don't, now you know why it looks so different everywhere. I'll see you in the next video.